Hi again, Ron Partain Jr. is joined here by my father, Ron Partain Sr. Today we're going to talk a little bit about EDTA, its history, why it's used for lead toxicity, and where some of the problems with lead and what it can do to human physiology. So tell us a little bit about EDTA and its history.
Well, EDTA has been around almost 90 years. Started to be used back in the 1930s. I correlate that to something to do in the pharmacy business. I've been a pharmacist. I've been working in the pharmacy since 1966, 52 years. And the last, number of years, I worked with a very smart old guy. And something we came up with. One of the things he said about the drugs, and we have so many new drugs today, and there's so many side effects of these new drugs. And he said, you know, Ron, he said, and he would tell patients this, if a drug hasn't been around for 20 years, don't take it, because it's been around for 20 years. We know its safety profile, we know the side effects of it, and so it's the safest drugs are the ones that have been on the market for 20 years. Okay, so what about EDTA? It's been around almost 90 years. It's used for chelating, and particularly all the toxic heavy metals, but the one that's particular that we think is a big deal is lead. And lead is everywhere.
Lead is everywhere. Actually, there's a great link that I'm going to put in the description notes where you can actually go to the entire map of the United States. It's going to be good for the United States. So if you're outside the United States, sorry. But it's a great link. I think it's the Axios website where you can zero into really almost you can zero right into where you live and see what your lead profile is in your particular area. It's very, very effective. But lead is pervasive in the environment everywhere. It's in food, it's in water, it's in the air you breathe. There's really no escaping it. It's in baby food, and there's really no amount of lead. There's no amount of any toxic heavy metal that's safe in the body, and your body really doesn't have a natural mechanism to get rid of it. You must have a chelating agent, which EDTA is a chelating agent. You must have a chelating agent to get in there and help the body extract or move the heavy metals out. And lead has been I wrote them down here. Lead in children, lead has led to lower IQs, learning disabilities, hearing loss, behavioral problems. And in adults, and this is just a small, really short list. In adults, memory loss, constipation, depression, high blood pressure. In men, you can get decreased sex drive or lower sperm counts. In women, it can cause spontaneous miscarriages. I mean, there's a lot of really negative things about lead, and there's really no escaping them. One of the things I've been in and around the chelation business since probably 2003, and one of the things that I learned is there is no escaping toxic heavy metals in the atmosphere, in the environment, and really in life, period. And chelating is something that you really just are going to have to do forever, because as soon as you get something out, as soon as you clean your body out of something, you're going to get more of it. So it's just going to be a process that you just have to. It's not one of those things that you have to do, but it's going to improve your life tremendously. I know several people that have talked to me who've taken it, who have heart problems, angina, can't walk because they've got pain in their legs. After a certain period of time, they notice a significant improvement in some of those with some of those conditions. You?
Yes, I can remember my mother, who was a Parkinson's patient, and if you ever paid much attention to Parkinson's patients, you would see them take real small little steps. I remember Mom was that way, and I knew she had Parkinson's. And so anyway, she got chelated. She had, I don't know how many she had, but she and Dad had some. And one of the things that was very obvious is she was taking full steps. She wasn't taking the baby steps. So there are many benefits of that. One of the biggest promoters of this chelation therapy was Dr. Robert Atkins, and he talks about how they used it for people that were having bypass surgery and those kinds of things. And you can read that in his book. The latest book he wrote before he slipped on the ice and died, is the age-defying diet. But he talks extensively in there about using it for people that were at cardiovascular risk. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask you this from a pharmacist, from a clinical experience. How would you say that EDTA works when it's in the body?
Well, what it does is it's like a big claw. That molecule is like a big claw, and
I think that's what chelate is, isn't it? The Greek term for claw.
I don't remember if it's Greek or Latin, but it is. And what it does is just gloms onto that molecule, that toxic heavy metal molecule. Let's talk about lead, Pb. So it gloms onto that, and then it goes out of the body, carries that out of the body, just the natural excretion processes. Yeah.
Through the lead, or through the urine and the feces.
And the stools,
Yeah. So we're going to keep it. We want to keep this video somewhat short. We hope that we've provided some good information for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. You can always send us an email at info@ronsnutrition.com. We ask you to please like and subscribe the video. Hit the bell notification down there so that you are updated when we do upload new videos. And again, we just thank you for your time. Hope you have a great day.